Hello students, welcome back to Smart Study Guide by Ajay sir. This is new syllabus SSC Maharashtra State Board Standard 9th Subject Mathematics Part 1, that is Algebra. This is lesson number 1, sets. Today we are solving practice set 1.3. Already we completed practice set 1.1 and 1.2 in previous video. The video link is provided in description box. Practice set 1.3 is based on concept of Venn diagram, subset, complement of set. So let us start practice set 1.3. Venn diagram. British logician John Venn was the first to use closed figure to represent set. So any closed figure like rectangle, circle, oval shape, triangle, so any closed figure is used to represent set is called Venn diagram. So therefore such a representation is called Venn diagram. Venn diagram are very useful in order to understand and illustrate the relationship among sets and to solve the examples based on the sets. So these Venn diagrams are very useful to understand the relation between the sets and to solve the examples based on the set. For example, suppose set A contains 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose these are the elements of set A. Then this we can represent by Venn diagram, that is set A. So this is oval shape. You can use any type of shape, circle, triangle. So this letter that denotes the name set A. So this is set A, and the elements 1, 2, 3, 4. So they are inside that circle or oval shape circle. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, anywhere these elements we can represent. Now let us discuss second example. B is a set of all x such that x which is less than or equal to 0 and greater than minus 10, where x is an integer. So we know that if integers, so 0, all right hand side, all are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all are positive, and left hand side, as we go left hand side, all are negative. So as we go left hand side, so numbers goes on decreasing. So therefore here the elements are 0, minus 1, minus 10 till minus 10, all are negative numbers. So therefore we can represent this set by showing by Venn diagram. So B is a set. So elements are 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8, minus 9 and minus 10. Means so this is less than or equal to, so that's why so this minus 10 also will come, and it is also less than or equal to 0, so that 0 also will come. So therefore all elements we can represent anywhere inside that box, closed shape box or closed shape figure. So therefore this representation is called as Venn diagram. Now let us discuss next point, subset. The subset, it's a part of a set. Any set, if it is given, the subset means it is a part of that set. Suppose if A and B are the two given sets and every elements of set B is also an elements of set A, then set B is subset of A. If two sets are given, suppose B set and A set, if B set all elements are the part of set A, then set B is called as subset. So which is symbolically written as B subset A. So this symbol is called as subset, and B subset A, so this is read as a B is a subset of A or B subset A. So this is the symbolically representation of subset. So where B is a subset of A or B is subset of A. For example, if A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Suppose these are the elements of set A, and B is a set of 2, 4, 6, 8. Suppose these are the elements of set B. So here let us check that. So 2 in B is also present in set A. 4 in B is also present in set A. 6 is also present in 6A set. Similarly, 8 element is also present in set A 8 element. So therefore these 4 elements are already present in set A. So therefore we can say that B is a subset of set A. So therefore every elements of set B is also an element of set A. So therefore B is a subset of A, which is symbolically, or which is by Venn diagram, is shown by, so B subset we will draw inside one small circle. So in that circle all these elements of B is shown, that is 2, 4, 6, 8, and remaining elements, so remaining elements we will shown by outside, that is 1. So these remaining elements, that is 1, 3, 5, 7. So these 4 elements 1, 3, 5, 7 outside the circle, and that is set A. Okay, so means set A contains all the elements including set B and these remaining elements. So these are called as Venn diagram represent the set. Means B is a part of a set A. So this shown by Venn diagram, means pictorial representation of set or relation between the sets by Venn diagram is very useful to understand. Next topic, universal set. Think of bigger set which will accommodate all the given sets under consideration, which is general known as universal set. Means any set which contains all the sets under consideration, so it's called as a bigger, or it's called as universal set. Means it contains all the elements, all the set. Okay, for example, or generally the universal set is denoted by U. So capital U is used to represent universal set, and in Venn diagram it is represented by rectangle. Means generally rectangle is used to represent universal set. Next topic, complement of set. Suppose U is a universal set. If B is subset of U, then the set of all elements in U which are not in B is called complement of set B. B is a subset and U is a universal set. So then complement of B means those elements which are not in B but those elements are present in U is called as, or complement of set B. For example, and it is denoted by B dash or B complement, B raised to C. For example, suppose U is a universal set which contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these are the elements of set, universal set. And A set contains 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So these are the elements. These elements we will check. So those who are present in A. So this, therefore 2 is present in U, 4 is present in U set. So therefore 6 is also present in U set. 8 is also present in U set, 10 is also present in U set. Now remaining elements, so those which are not in A, so those which are not in A, so these are the remaining elements, student. So these remaining elements are called as complement of set A. So therefore this is complement. So therefore 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So this 10 is not there, only till 9. Okay, so therefore these elements are not in A but they are present in U. So therefore this is called as complement of set A. So this is represented by Venn diagram. So therefore A is a set, so that we represented by oval shape, and these elements is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So these are the elements of set A, and remaining elements we shown in box. outer box. So therefore these elements are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and this is shown by A dash. So remaining elements. So and this is U. So therefore A dash means it is complement of set A. So therefore the complement of set A means those elements which are present in A, but that element, those which are present in U but not in A. So that is called as complement of set A. So now let us start practice set 1.3. First question: if A is a set which contains A, B, C, D, E. So these are the elements of set A. So B is a set of C, D, E, F. C is a set of B, D. D is a set of A, E. Then which of the following statements are true and which are false? First, C is a subset of B. Means here subset means it is a part. It should be a part of that set. Then we can say that it is true. If it is not a part, so then we cannot say it is true. It's a false then. Okay. So therefore we have to check that all these sets relation we have to find. So all these sets, first we will discuss first set. So first, C is a subset of B. So therefore let us check the elements of set C. So C contains BD. So BD, so these are the two elements in C, and B contains CDEF. So B contains CDEF and C contains BD. So therefore B is not in B set. So B set starting from CDEF and C starting from BD. So B, this element is not in set B. So therefore any one of the element is not in that particular set. So then it is not a subset. So therefore this is false. Now second, A subset D. A contains, or A is a set of small a, B, C, D, E. D is a set of A and E. So therefore these all elements should present in A. So then we say that it is set. But here B, C, D. So these three elements are not in D student. So these three elements not in D. So only A and E is present. So therefore this is not a subset. Therefore this is false. Third question, D subset B. So D contains elements A, E. So D contains A, E, and B contains C, D, E, F. C, D, E, F. So therefore here E is present in B but A is not in B. So therefore this is also not a subset, means D is not a subset of B. Therefore this is false. Now fourth, so D subset A. D subset A means D contains A, E. A contains element A, B, C, D, E. Means both the elements are present. A and E of set D are both the elements A and E are present in set A. So therefore this is true. D is a subset of set A. Therefore given statement is true. Now fifth question, B subset A. So B contains C, D, E, F, and A contains A, B, C, D, E. So here once you observe this, so B is a set of C, D, E, F. So F element, so that F element is not in A set. So therefore, so C, D, E, so C, D, E all three are there, but F element is not in set A. So therefore B is not subset of A. So therefore given statement is false. Therefore it's false. Now sixth question, C subset A. C is a set of B, D, and A is a set of A, B, C, D, E, B and D. So means both the elements of set C, B, D are present in set A. So therefore C is a subset. C is a subset of A. So this is true. Now let us start now question number 2. Take a set of natural number from 1 to 20 as a universal set and show set X and Y using Venn diagram. So given first, X is a set of all X such that X belongs to natural number and X which is greater than 7 but less than 15. So this is the first set. And set Y is a set of all Y such that Y belongs to natural number and Y is a prime number from 1 to 20. So let us start first one. So before starting first one, first we will write universal set that is given. That is universal set is which is a natural number from 1 to 20. Means all natural numbers will come from 1 to 20. So it's our universal set. And there are two sets are given, that is X and Y. So these sets are given in the form of rule from. So that you have to convert in the form of list. Okay, then after that you can represent that set by using Venn diagram. So let us start first part. So universal set U which is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on till 20. So all these natural numbers will come in universal set. Now first part, that is X is a set of all X such that X is belongs to natural number and it is greater than 7. This natural number which is greater than 7 means 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and less than 15 means it is still 14. So these are the elements in set X. So therefore this set is in the form of list, and after observation of your universal set and this set X, so then you will understand that so this set, all the elements are present in set U. So therefore set X is a subset of set U. Means we can represent that set by Venn diagram. First we will draw inside a circle because it is a subset relation. So therefore X is the elements of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So these are the elements of set X, and remaining elements we will write outside, that is 1 to 7, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and greater than 14 means 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This is the representation of this set by using Venn diagram. So this is the first part, and U is stands for universal set. Combine all these elements X and remaining elements is called as universal set. So that will be shown by U later. This is X means this is a X set, set X. Let us start second question. Now set Y is a set of all Y's such that Y is belongs to natural number and Y is a prime number from 1 to 20. So 1 to 20 prime numbers we have to write in the form of list. So therefore set Y we can write as a 2, then 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19 till 20 we have to write. So this is our set Y, and set U contains these elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till 20. So again this set also we can represent it by Venn diagram. So those elements are in Y, so that we will write like this. Inside one circle we will draw, inside that we will write all these elements, and remaining elements outside the circle and rectangle we can use as a universal set. So therefore this we can represent it by Venn diagram. Therefore this second question is represented by Venn diagram. Inside we can use square also. Suppose this is set Y, which is the elements of 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. So this is a set Y, and remaining elements, so from U set which are the elements are remaining, so that elements we will write. So that is 1, then 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18, 20. So these are the remaining elements outside the square box we shown, and after that one rectangle is represent for universal set. So universal set contains all 1 to 20 elements. So this is the representation of a set by using Venn diagram. Now let us start question number 3. So U is a set of 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and P is a set of 1, 3, 7, 10. So then first part, show the sets U, P, P dash by Venn diagram and verify P complement of complement which is equal to P. So let us start first part. First we will write universal set as it is. Universal set contains 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. P set is the elements of 1, 3, 7, 10, and P complement. So that P complement means remaining elements, those which are not in P but that elements are present in U. So here this element is there 1, 1, 3, 3. So this element is present. 7, 7 is there. 10 and 10. Means which elements are remaining? 2, 8, 9, 10 and 12. So these elements are remaining. Means 2, 8, 9, 11, 12. So those elements which are not in P but these elements are in U, so this is P complement, student. So therefore this we can represent it by Venn diagram as inside one small circle we drawn that represent P set, and P set the elements are 1, 3, 7, 10, and outside P, so remaining elements are 2, 8, 9, 11 and 12. So these elements are remaining outside, so this is called as P complement. So these elements are called as P complement, and total square or rectangle we are using, so this is rectangle that is used to represent universal set. So this is part first, student. So to represent a given set by Venn diagram. Now let us start second question. First we will write universal set which is 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Given P set, which is 1, 3, 7, 10. So P complement we find in first part, first question, that is 2, 8, 9, 11, 12. Now this is P complement, students, and we want P complement of complement, means we want P complement of complement. So therefore here, so these elements which are common, so these elements which are common in U and P complement, so this is 11 and this is 12. So this is also common in both the set, U set and complement of P and U. So therefore remaining elements are 1, 3, 7, 10. So these remaining elements. So therefore complement, P complement of complement, so that is 1, 3, 7 and 10. So these are the elements of P complement of complement. So now let us write this as equation number 1 and this as equation number 2. Now observe these two. Now here right hand sides all elements are equal, means 1, 3, 7, 10. So therefore left hand side also equal. So therefore P complement of complement, which is equal to P. So this verified, hence verified. Now let us start question number 4. Set A is a set of 1, 3, 2, 7. Then write any 3 subset. Subset means it is a part of that set. Means here 4 elements are given. You can write any elements. Suppose 1 element also you can write, 2 elements also we can write, 3 elements. Any possible combinations we can write. So that is our subset. So here only 3 subsets are. So that name also, there are following sets you can write. So we can use any letter to represent subset. Suppose we can use now B. So B set, which contain 1, suppose C contain 2, suppose D contain 3, F suppose 1, 2, E set suppose it contains 2, 7. Any possible combination you can write. So here only 3 possible combinations or 3 subsets are. So therefore you can write any possible. Suppose here X, we can use 3, 2, 7, or Y we can use 1, 3, 2. Any possible combinations, any possible, you can use 1 element, you can use 2 elements, you can use 3 elements, any possible. So combinations of set we can write as a subset. So therefore phi empty set is also a subset, student. So empty set, okay, suppose Z is an empty set. So this is also a subset of set A. So this is also, out of this all possible subset we can write any possible subset. Now let us start question number 5. Now question number 5, write subset relation between set. Subset relation. So here given P is a set of all resident in Pune. M is a set of all resident in Madhya Pradesh. Letter I is set of all resident in Indore. So B is a set of all resident in India. H is a set of all resident in Maharashtra. So here, so these are all subset relation you have to find. So now Maharashtra, in Maharashtra, so Pune is one of the city of Maharashtra. So means here we can write P is a subset of H, and Maharashtra is one of the state of India. So therefore B, so therefore H is a subset of B. So Indore is one of the city of Madhya Pradesh. So therefore we can write I is a subset of M. Madhya Pradesh is one of the state of India. So therefore we can write M is a subset of B. So therefore all possible subset relation we will write. So therefore first part, let us discuss first part answer. Part first. Now here Pune is a subset. Pune is one of the city of Maharashtra. Means P is subset of H. Next, Pune is one of the city of India. So therefore Pune is subset of India, means here set B. Now Maharashtra is one of the state of India, means H is one of the state of India, means here it is B. Similarly, Madhya Pradesh is also one of the state of India, therefore it is B. M is a subset of B. Now Indore is one of the city of Madhya Pradesh, and Indore is one of the city of India. So these possible subset relations are possible in set. Now second question answer, which set can be universal set for all above sets? Now second question answer, now India is a universal set. Now here India contains all this set, means India contains Pune city. So then Maharashtra is also one of the part of India, means all these sets are subsets of India. So therefore universal set is India, means universal set is set B. Set B is a universal set. Therefore second question answer is set B is a universal set, is a universal set. Now let us start question number 6. Which set of numbers could be the universal set for sets given below? Means which set will be a universal set? Means set A contains set of multiples of 5. Set B contains set of multiples of 7. Set C contains set of multiple of 12. Means all these set first we will write in the form of list. Okay, and then you have to find which could be the universal set for all these three. So let us first write the first question. Set A, which is multiple of 5, means it is table of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and so on. This is infinite. Similarly set B, which is multiple of 7, means it is table of 7, 14, 21, 28, 35 and so on. Similarly set C, which is a multiple of 12, means table of 12, 12, then 24, then 36, 48, 60 and so on. So now which set will be the universal set? If you take natural number, so natural number which is starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on, infinite. So this natural number is also a universal set, student, for all these three, because here all are positive numbers and all are integers, means 5, 10, 15, 7, 14. So all these A, B, C set elements are present in natural number. So therefore natural number is one of the universal set for A, B, C set. Similarly, we can take whole number set also, whole number. So whole number starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. So this whole number set is also a universal set for A, B, C set. Similarly, we can use integers also. So integers starting from negative numbers. First negative number, suppose here -2, -1, 0, 1, 2 and so on. So therefore all these natural number, whole number, integers, all these elements of set A, B, C are present in all these three sets, natural number, whole number, integer. So therefore for the given three sets A, B, C, we can take natural number or whole number or integers as a universal set. So therefore answer we can write. So therefore for the given three sets A, B and C, we can take natural number that is n, or whole number that is W, or integers means I, as a universal set. So this is the answer, student, first question. Similarly, second part of question number 2. So which of the following numbers could be the universal set for the given numbers or given set? So P is a set of all integers which are multiple of 4. So therefore we will write first given set in the form of list. Second, so P is a set of integers which are multiple of 4. Multiple of 4 means 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 and so on. So this is multiple of 4. And T is a set of all even square number. Suppose if you take square of 1, suppose natural number, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So even square number, 1 square is 1, that is odd. So 2 square, which is equal to 4, 3 square 9, it is odd. So therefore 4 square 16 means here even number square you have to take, even number 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So therefore this is 2 square, that is 4, 4 square 16. Next 6 square, this is 36, 8 square 64, 10 square 100, 12 square 144 and so on. So this is a T set. T set contains all even square number, only even. Odd, if you take odd number, that is 1, 3, 9. So all odd number square is odd only. 1 square is 1, 3 square is 9, then 5 square is 25. So all this, if you take the square of odd number, then their square is odd only, and if you take square of even numbers, so then their square is even number. So therefore, if you write this as a set T, so then again here also possibility natural number, whole number and integers are all the three subsets. Means natural number, that is n, which is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Whole number, so that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. And integers, again here it is, so this is -2, -1, 0, 1, 2 and so on. Sets means natural number, whole number and integers. All these sets are universal set for P and T, because all these elements, all these numbers are present in these sets. So therefore, for two sets P and T, we can take natural number, n, or whole number, that is W, or we can take integers, that is I, as a universal set. Now let us start question number 7. Let all students of class is a universal set. Let set A be the students who score 50% or more marks in maths. Then write the complement of set A. The set A is given, that is the students who score 50% or more marks in maths. Then you have to find what is the complement of set A. And universal set, which is a set of students in a class. So here therefore in this case, those students who got less than 50% marks in maths, so that is called as complement of set A. So therefore first we will write universal set. So therefore U is equal to universal set. It is set of the set of all students in class. A is a set of the set of students scoring 50% and above marks in maths. Now A complement, so therefore we want A complement, which is the set of students scoring less than 50% in maths for a given class. So this is for a given class. So this is a answer, student. So this is a complement of set A, those who score less than 50% in maths for a given class. So therefore this is the complement of set A. So now here our all examples of practice set 1.3 completed. Next video we will discuss next exercise. Thanks for watching this video. Keep watching the video and share with your friend.